What's up, everybody, and welcome back. So in this one, I think we're just going to go for a cruise. I got to get some gas in the car, and I'd like to talk about and go over some things that I get asked quite often. So I think it'll just be a quick little getting gas video and maybe some frequently asked questions. So I'll just try to list some stuff that I get asked quite often, and we'll just see what comes to mind. I'll try to make a little list. So we're looking pretty good under here. I just like to go over everything, check all the fluids. Looks like we still got some coolant in it. I can't tell if it's pushing into the overflow or not. I really am just unsure of that. It seems like it leaks, the radiator cap leaks, and also it pushes into the overflow, but it doesn't really seem like a huge deal. And this jug doesn't really fit in its slot anymore either. Kind of hits that pipe down there. I'm just pretending it's like not a big deal. It's fine. Anyway, yeah, I'm liking what I see. Everything looks good. I just want to check the oil. Let's see what we got. And yeah, it looks like it's over full, so that's great. Probably full of fuel or something. I gotta drive this thing on the highway a little bit, see if we can, get some of the fuel to vaporize, and I'm just gonna start driving it again. I drove it for like a week straight, then I wanted to take my truck a little bit. Had some things to do with the truck, and I just want to keep both of them driving, so I'm gonna switch off, but I'll try not to drive one too much this year. I'm gonna keep them both running, I think, for a little while. So, alrighty, took Dad along for the ride here. He wanted to join. I decided I was going to do a little frequently asked question thing, so I wrote some stuff down. But yeah, first I want to talk about how bad this thing smokes. I think the turbo seals are going out. I was reading possibly the exhaust side of the turbo seals, because it's, I guess, the shaft of the I'm sorry, not the propeller, but the shaft of the impeller on the turbo. I guess they say it can heat up slower than the rest of the turbo, than the housing. So that's why it's like delayed. It's the seals on the shaft that actually take time for the shaft to warm up and actually start sealing. At least that's what I was reading. I don't know if that's accurate or not. And it could be that the motor's clapped. I have no idea. But I don't think so. I think it's the turbo. This thing just runs really good. And I just put new rings in it. And it's not like it's a puff on startup like a valve seal or something, like it billows smoke. But then once you warm it up, it totally goes away. So I think it's got to be turbo related. It is just a cheap turbo. It's unfortunate I didn't get more miles out of it. I don't know, maybe I'm really hard on it. I did drive it without a blow-off valve for a little while. Maybe that little compressor surge smoked it. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm just going to take a ride to get some gas. So first frequently asked question is, what body kit? And that's a funny one. You gotta turn it that way. Turn the camera. I can't see it. Oh, you hold it for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only reading the first one. But yeah, what body kit? And it's funny because it's not a body kit. It's actually a bunch of my own different things. So you're good. I'm gonna talk way too long about all these individual points. This video is gonna be like an hour long. That's what everybody likes, just to hear me talk. But the body kit is not a body kit at all. It's separate things. It's my own bumper, or not bumper, front lip rather, that I got off of eBay. So the front lip is, I think it was called the HC1 style front lip. I haven't been able to find them on eBay since, to be honest. So if you're looking for that particular lip, good luck. HC1 style, search that and see if you can find one. Things have gotten a lot harder to find on eBay since COVID. And the rear lip is a replica work lip. I think it's Workmeister. It's replica Workmeister. That was like, at the time, from Malaysia. I got it, and it was like a ton of money to ship. along with the spoiler too. The spoiler also came from Malaysia, the rear spoiler, and the grill is a liberal. They're all replica stuff, you know, because I wouldn't spend real money on that kind of crap. It's too expensive. But all replica fiberglass parts for the most part, and you just kind of fix them up and make them work. And then the side skirts are totally custom. I made those myself. So that's all the body kit. That's not a body kit stuff. And then the second one was, what's the color of the car? So I get asked what the color is often, and the color is actually a Nissan color. It's a smoke gray metallic. So I get asked that not too often, but occasionally somebody asks me. So it's smoke gray metallic. So that's what I chose to do. My buddy had that color car, a Nissan SCR, and anyway, that was a cool colored car, and I always thought it was nice, so that's why I did mine like that. And then wheel and tire specs was the next one. They are 17 by 8.5 with a plus 30 offset. They're obviously NK RPF ones, and they're just in the regular silver finish. I saw some at the recent car show I was at with black chrome, and I almost wish I went black chrome because that shit was nice. It was really dope. It was a lot extra money though, you know, so I was just like, I'm gonna opt for no black chrome. Gotta kick her down here to climb this hill, you know what I'm saying? On here. So then let's see, what's the next one? Wheel and tire specs. Oh yeah, can I turbo my F22B1, which is the VTEC version of this engine? Yeah, of course. You could turbo any engine. You know, it's not like the main thing is tuning and, you know, and support for the tuning, and that's kind of what you're looking at. So can you tune it? You need to find a way to tune it. If you can tune it, you can turbo it. You got to just install larger injectors and turbo the thing. I mean, some motors won't hold that much boost, but a lot of Honda engines are overbuilt, and most of them, especially these F-Series, are really stout, and people just have no idea about these engines because all you hear about is the H-Series and the B-Series and the D-Series, but an F-Series is kind of like a D-Series in a way with a single overhead cam, and people make 300 or 400 horsepower on a D-Series, so it's no different with this. Obviously, they usually build them, but this in its stock form, I think, should hold maybe 300 horsepower on the right fuel, you know. But anyway, I'm getting on a tangent. The next question is, where'd you get your taillights? Which I always think is a really funny question because I didn't buy them, I made them, and I have videos on that whole process of making them. But people always ask, you know, where'd you get them? And it's funny because I have to break the news to them that they can't have them, and not that I like that, but part of me kind of laughs a little bit because, you know, that's mine. That's my thing. I made them, and I'm proud of them, and it's cool that I am the only one with them. And people always ask me to make them, and, you know, I wish I had the time to make a set of taillights for somebody. I barely had time to make these, but it's a lot. It's a lot of work to do, and sorry, the sun's like right in my eyeballs. It's a lot of work to make, and on top of it, you know, they'd be a lot of money, and also they tend to be problematic. I currently have one that has an issue right now, so, you know, I wouldn't really want to be doing warranty claims on taillights that I made, so that's kind of no fun. So it's a no-go for me on making taillights. That's just not going to happen, I don't think, unfortunately. I'd like to, but it's just not gonna be a thing. What else? What's the next one? Can I turbo my automatic? Can I turbo my automatic? I get asked that one a lot. I would say why when you could do that, you know? I don't know. An auto, I just don't think it would last that long. If you want to turbo an auto something, you should probably go with like a truck. or something that had like a relatively beefy tranny to start with. I think it's tough when you're driving a car and you're trying to turbocharge on automatic. Those trannies aren't made for big power, so you're gonna run into some issues. It may hang in there for a while, and I'm sure there's people that have done it. I know there was one guy that had an auto, and he had a, oh crap, of course, I think I with the, oh, this pump's out of order. Oh, he's moving anyway. Okay, we're good. But anyway, yeah, I'd stay away from turboing an auto. I mean, if you don't mind putting a tranny in it like every month, then whatever. But I've already experienced turboing an auto car, and I already had to pull my transmission out in the Avalanche. So, you know, not the best idea to turbo an auto. But yeah, I'll try to cover some more points after I pump some of this gas here. All right, so we just fueled up. I just did my miles per gallon calculation, and it's 22.6, which is not that good. I thought this thing was getting better mileage, but I do think that I have a lead foot. I certainly have not been going easy on it. And also, I don't do that much highway driving. I drove it like once on the highway. But, yeah. Oh well. We're going to go a different way home. Try to hit a couple of pulls for you guys. You know, I know that's what you guys want to see. You don't even want to hear me say nothing. Just want to hear the car. That second gear just lights the tires now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It never used to light the tires like that.
I think it's the bigger intercooler in there.
Yeah, I think so too.
It really makes a huge difference.
It just flows more.
Yeah.
And it just, the engine can just do what it needs to do.
I think it was starving for a little bit of air.
Yeah. And I shortened the overall piping. God, I want to say I took one third of the piping out. 1/3.
It was almost, to me, like a clogged air filter, you know, on a regular car.
Yeah, it just
bogged a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. This thing just has no restriction.
It seems to breathe better.
I mean, here's the thing. This car kind of has a big turbo, right? In comparison to most, he drives mostly stock cars, stock turbo cars, you know, at work and stuff like that. Stock turbo cars, the turbo sizing is like really small to get you that torquey turbo feel that you're looking for out of a 4-cylinder Equinox or a Cruise or something. But this turbo, it doesn't light till like $3 or $4 grand, unlike those little turbos. And a lot of them are, well, not all of them. Some are variable vane geometry. They can really dial in, you know, the size and everything of the wheel to vary when you get that boost. So this thing feels way faster if you let it rip in first and then into second, because I'm already at $4 grand when I get into second. So you're in boost essentially immediately.
It likes to breathe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, if I can get it into higher R's, that's where this thing is happy, because it's making boost. So that's kind of what you need.
The turbo is in the zone at that point.
I do think it lights off quicker with this less intercooler piping and bigger intercooler, for sure.
Agreed.
I do think it's better.
Agreed.
He's felt it before, and that's the first time you felt it this year.
Oh, yeah.
And it feels better.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, so
I would say 20% increase.
Yeah, it definitely feels better.
20% increase.
Yeah, which is pretty cool, because I didn't realize how shitty that intercooler was until I looked at it this year, and I was like, oh my god, that is like, I bought like the worst intercooler on eBay. Like, that thing looks terrible.
Wait until the meth goes in there. I think you're gonna increase even more.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I'm gonna, because I have boost by gear set up in the tune, I'm gonna leave second gear at 10 pounds, because that is right at the point of traction. Like, it's perfect. It's just starting to break traction, but it still pulls hard as hell. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna give it 15 pounds in only third gear, because I think 15 in second gear would just blow the tires off.
Yeah.
So I don't think
brake
it's
stuff.
And brake. Wheel hop and just.
Yeah.
It's pointless. It doesn't have traction. So that's kind of how you're supposed to set that up. So that's what I want to do with that.
Okay.
Anyway, back to the task at hand.
How much did it cost?
How much did it cost? So how much did it cost? I don't really have a good total on the whole car. I can't say for sure, but I want to say when people ask me, I give them a vague. I say $8,000 to $10,000. I think. What do you think? Because I mean, I know the car. All right, so the car's $1,000. Turbo kit's like 15 to 2.
I wouldn't think
wheels
it was 8,000.
Wheels and tires are 1,500. Coilovers are 1,000. You're looking at 5 already. Plus paint was 1,000. You're looking at 6. You're looking at money, dude. And then I rebuilt the whole motor.
Well, if you include
everything,
the body work,
everything. I'm
the
including
audio.
Well, barely any audio stuff.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
The fuse block conversion and all that, moving everything around and painting of everything.
Well, not even.
Yes, I think you're right in saying that it was $8,000.
And we're not including labor. Labor is not.
Yeah.
All my labor is free. Okay, and I can't even tell you how many hours in this car. So when I say $8,000 to $10,000, I'm talking parts, guys. $8,000 to $10,000 in parts. The labor is ridiculous. You know, I can't imagine. It would be another $10,000 in labor. You know. Yeah,
you did all the internal of the doors.
Yeah,
it's off the hook.
It's crazy the amount of effort I put into this thing. I mean, nobody does this kind of crap. It's just stupid. But anyway, so
your next question.
That's my value, 8 to 10, and that's vague, and that's just no labor. Headlights. Some people ask me what my front headlights are. Those are actually the stock headlights. All I did was wet sand them with some 1000 grit and then clear coat them. And then I buffed them, or maybe I didn't even buff them, I don't know. But once you clear coat over the plastic, man, they just stay looking good forever. They just stay nice forever. But
next question
is fog lights. They're basically the cheapest $15 eBay Halo fog lights that you can get. And I set them up with some non-waterproof spade terminals, and those things live in the front bumper, and they get wet, and they're fine. So yeah, they've been good. Usually when you buy cheap fog lights on eBay, they don't last, in my experience. But maybe because I don't drive this car in the snow and the rain, they don't like corrode immediately. I drive it in the rain, but not that much. I think the winters are really what kill stuff around here, because all my trucks that I've ever had, I drove in the winter, and all my lights just done, you know. So.
Yep. And then the last question was why 5 lug? That question is obvious.
You telling me to slow down?
Yeah, because we're gonna do some pulls over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Why some pulls over here? So I'll videotape you doing some pulls. But the last question is why 5 lug? I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah. No, I did 5 lug because. Yeah. Let me. I'll dump you off or something.
Shut off. Was it still recording?
Yeah. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Oh shit.
There were people walking their dog over there. They did not look happy. No other motorists. would be
I can't
fun.
hold still.
Yeah, it's fine. It would
This
be
car's all over the road.
It would be fun to autocross or something, you know, like actually go track this car, because I did do a lot to it as far as,
Dude,
you know,
it handles
it
very well.
Yeah, like you can tell it feels really planted. This is for one, this is a wonderful tire. These Firestones are just awesome.
I agree. Your coilovers make it too.
Yeah,
it really handles well. I can see the way you were turning. You know, not so much while you were ripping it, but you could see when you turned around, the car just levels itself. It likes
stiff.
It likes to settle and be stiff.
It's stiff. And
Very nice.
I went with the function informed coilovers, and I did the Type 2, which the Type 2 is a race spec. You know, Type 1 is a little bit softer spring.
Yeah.
I went with the stiff spring. I mean, maybe just because I like being bounced around like that, you know, but at the same time, you know, I do think it handles better.
It bounces around, but it sticks.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
It sticks.
It grips the road.
Yes.
And
you're right. I think the tires do a wonderful job. But I also think the coilovers do a wonderful job as well.
Yeah. No, you're good. You can just hold it normally like you're sitting. It's got a pretty wide angle. If you touch the camera, touch the screen, it'll come on. Can you right? You can see me, right? Yeah. I'm trying to, you know, Dad's gonna help me film a little bit here and there, so we gotta get him acquainted with the camera and everything. But anyway, last question on the list here. We're almost home, but I'm gonna wrap this video up pretty soon. Hopefully you guys like those pulls, because it was definitely fun, and I definitely made some people upset. But it's okay. They'll get over it. As long as I'm gonna pull this thing in the garage so that it doesn't exist in this area for a while. But anyway, what I was getting to was 5-lug. Why did I do it? So I did it for a few reasons. Number one was wheel options. There's a lot more wheel options for 5-lug stuff out there. 4x114.3, there's not a lot. 4x100 is kind of a different story, but this is not 4x100, it's 4x114.3. So there's just not a lot of stuff out there. There are some wheels, arguably, and the RPF ones are available for it, but I'm not saying I'm going to get rid of my wheels, but who knows what may happen in the future, and it's good to have the options out there. So I decided to go 5-lug for that reason. Also, I wanted to delete the captive rotors in front. I hate that hub over rotor design, and I knew the Odyssey didn't have it, so I really wanted to go with the, you know, regular disc brake setup and an upgraded you know, caliper from the Odyssey. And I could have went 4-piston from an Acura TL, which, you know, maybe I'll do in the future, but I don't need a 4-piston caliper. This thing stopped so good, it's not even funny. Like, when I flew by you, I was doing like I was doing the speed limit, and I stopped really quickly. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? But this thing stops good, and I wasn't even locking the brakes up, you know, I would just hit the brakes. So I don't really think I need any more braking capability. But the rears I did a little conversion on as well, because I wanted to get my discs, but you don't have to do the conversion. You don't have to do the full-on 5-lug conversion if you don't want to for the disc. You could just do off of an Accord EX, and you would do the same thing. So anyway, that's the end of that. I'm gonna go close the door. So we're back in the garage, guys, and we're safe, and we didn't get in trouble, luckily, even though we did some pretty nasty pulls, and this thing was really cranking. This thing's a ripper, guys. It takes a beating. I don't beat it as much as I should. I don't know. I think once I put the meth on there, I'm just gonna start beating this thing. I'm gonna start hammering it. If it blows, it blows. You know, I've had my fun with it. I've proved how reliable it is as a whatever it is, but it's time to make this thing, you know, she's gonna go or she's gonna blow, if you will. And hopefully she doesn't blow, but it might, you know, it might. Anyway, that's gonna conclude this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those pulls. I can't wait to watch them back. I know it's gonna sound pretty cool. I know we got some pops and some bangs, and hopefully Dad did a good job with the camera. He can be, he's very helpful, but sometimes his camera work isn't the best because he can't see what's on the screen. Maybe I gotta leave the screen on timer for him. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you finally enjoyed some pulls and this little quick video. And yeah, tune in next time for another good Honda video. I really hope I can make something you guys enjoy, because the channel's growing and I just want to succeed, and you guys are really giving me some confidence here, so I figure I'll give you what you guys want. I know that's what you want, so here it is. And yeah, thank you. Enjoy. Peace.